If you enjoy this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're doing another unboxing video. Yes, I know it's a bit soon to be doing two back-to-back, but we have another one. And for the first time ever, we have a -1 figure to unbox. Yes. Basically, I wanted a -1 Goji for at least, like, a little bit now, because let's be honest, -1 was like one of the best films ever made, period. Not for Godzilla, but in general. And yet here we have me, who's struggling to find one because, let's be honest, there's really not much options. I mean, you have the Bandai vinyls, and plus all the other sculpts they milked. You have the Super 7 figure, which looks fine. The monster arts, quality-wise, not so much. And the prices of the latter, not really the best. And I know like there's the other ones, like the Chibi Banpresto, but here we have the Bandai Banpresto Monster Roar Attack Godzilla Spitfire version, basically. I actually went to my local comic book store, and this was here, so I thought, why not actually have it? So we're gonna get this started. I'm using a pair of clippers as opposed to can we put that camera angle up a bit more? Yes, we can. As opposed to, like, it being the usual. Oh, wow, they actually, like, taped the sucker down. I thought it was going to be, like, only one strap, but no, like, they taped the whole thing down. I don't know what to expect, because, like, I've seen the figure in videos, but, like, I don't know, like, what the package itself looks like. If it's, like, a tray, if it's, like, foam. It could be, because it's a statue. But I'm fine with what I got. So let's angle it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. There's the box. And, oh crap, more tape. Do we really need the tape? And, oh, I can just, oh, wow, you are beautiful. I can already tell. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Yes, my friend. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry if I keep saying yes. I'm just really excited because I finally... Oh, no, I don't need these. I'm so happy that I finally can own a -1 Godzilla. Granted, it's not articulated, but size-wise, about the same. Unless it is. I actually met this, other girl who was actually, like, interested in Godzilla. They actually pointed me towards the figure. Oh, wow, you are light. Alright, so yeah, it's about a 6-inch figure. Yeah, there's the base. It's packaged separately. It's like a little tail extension. Come on. Why don't I just go from here? Come on, there we go. So, throw that away. Here's the figure itself. Oh, wow. You are beautiful. Face is a bit iffy. But, for the most part, this thing is gorgeous. Hold on, wait, what section of the tail? Is that right? No, that's a bit lighter. I think this is the correct way. Yeah, I think this is the correct way. Yep, this is it. So, yeah, there you go. Monster King Attack Godzilla. I'm going to fiddle with this off camera. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're taking a look at my very first -1 Godzilla figure, the Bandai Banpresto Monster Roar Attack Spitfire Godzilla. So, basically, just for a bit of backstory, I was not planning to pick this up. I thought it was cool, I liked it, but it just wasn't my thing because it's a statue, and I'm not really a statue guy. I like action figures, not really statues. However, that wasn't until I found this guy at my comic book store, which actually had this guy, and I was trying to get either a Funko Pop or a -1 figure, because I didn't really have any -1. And even though they didn't have any of the Bandai vinyls, well, they had some of the Bandai vinyls, like Destroya and Geras, and I think there was also Gigan there as well. But they also had this guy, which, pleasantly enough, I was not anticipating this there, but it was there. There was also some of the 2021 Godzillas. And I thought, why not? It's within my budget, so I picked it up and, well, went home a happy camper the other day. So we're going to be reviewing this guy, and just to let people know, this is going to be a bit of a different type of figure. So again, no articulation, but let's just get started with it. So first off, we're going to start with the sculpt and paint, which is going to be actually, for the most part, really good. But for the most part, I say, because there are a few duds which I would like to address here. For the first part, it's going to be the head. I'm not really a fan of the way the head is molded. From the front, it looks fantastic. And I definitely like how menacing it looks, especially like the blue eyes and the blue paint and the mouth, and it looks good. The side profile, in my opinion, just looks a little off. I feel like the bottom jaw is a bit too thick and the snout is a bit too short. If it was a bit elongated, like how it was in the movie, plus the bottom jaw not so thickly how it is here, I think that would look much better. But personally, it's fine. It's a bit of a dud minorly, but it's alright. Again, kind of glossy blue paint. It's very reminiscent of the 2021 SH Monster Arts Godzilla, if you own that. And then we have like some more of the dry brushing and the details going on down. We have like the wavy patterns, kind of like things that look like gills. I think those are gills, maybe not. But we have more of those scaly patterns which go from the body all brushed in like brown and black, almost like the Funko Pop GVK Godzilla. Except here it's obviously cranked up to premium, not just a little tiny statue, which ironically both are technically statues. Claw paint and sculpt is actually really well done, and I like how very anorexic it looks. Very creepy. It's just, again, it matches the movie so well. Then here we have some more like the bumps and crevices. Godzilla Minus One had a very certain type of detail pattern to him, which I'm glad that it's represented here on the figure as well. We have some like elbow spikes here and here. Kind of wish they were highlighted a bit more. Maybe like a bit of a lighter color scheme. But again, it's fine. Again, going back to this claw paint, looks rather swell. I like it a lot. Very dirty, very crummy. Well, crummy in that it just looks very dusty and such. But we get some more like the scaling patterns on the legs, which are probably the most well done part about it. Like it looks very natural yet unnatural at the same time. I don't know really how to explain it. But then we kind of get like more of those like details going through, and then you kind of get some like on the chest and the shoulder pads as well. But it's primarily on the legs, and you kind of get down to the feet, where obviously to the feet they painted the claws like a lighter color. Kind of wish there was more shading on it, but again, it's not bad. At least they painted it all the way and didn't like half bake it. And for the tail itself, very small, I'll say. A little too small for my liking. Maybe it was a bit longer. But for what it is, it's okay. It's not, again, the best. I do like how detailed and how painted it is. Obviously, you got something like smoothened out for copyright plus the accessory we'll go over. And we have some of the blue, which I do take issue with the blue. Now, let me just say that the dorsal fins molds are near perfect. I love the way that they're molded. In fact, I'd go ahead and say that they're probably some of the best detailed dorsal plates I have on a 6-inch figure. However, you can probably already see this. I'm not really a fan of the way like it's colored. Because here, while the sculpt is really nice and even kind of bunches up here, it's like a lighter blue spray that definitely gives like a glowing aspect, and then you kind of get some more of that on the outer row of fins here and here. And even a tad bit at the top, not towards the tippy top. But this big chunk of fins are made of translucent plastic, which again is not bad. I really like the translucent plastic. In fact, I almost kind of wish I had a fully translucent blue 2023 Minus One Godzilla. No, I'm not paying like 80 freaking bucks for that translucent one that they released in Japan. But that also being said, the transition between them is just so bad. Like, I kind of gave a pass with the Playmates figures. This is just, it kind of sucks, honestly, because like you have the lighter blue and then you have a darker blue translucent plastic. That's not really the greatest. But again, the mold, it's kind of made of a gummy plastic. Not really. It's very sturdy. So it's like flexible at the tips, but it's hard rigid. So I would not suggest bending them. And they're also not elongated because it just does share the same mold as the standard versions, the black and white and the original -1 Godzilla. Because when he goes to shoot the beam, all these dorsal plates go like chung, 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 chung. It's like a machine gun. You cock the barrel and then and then. So, in all honesty, I like the blue they chose for the fins, and I like the blue they chose for these fins, but they just don't go together very well. But the overall sculpt and paint on the overall figure, it's not bad. I really dig it. I really dig it. I will say also it's a bit on the lighter side. Probably would have preferred some like PVC rather than vinyl. But again, it looks really well done. And I think just overall from a visual aesthetic, the sculpt and paint is absolutely top notch. But speaking of which, let's go to that accessory. Godzilla comes with this little stand, like little base, for him to help support his tail, which why they couldn't have just made it flush to the ground, I have no idea. But basically, you want the bigger side right here, and you just kind of want to line it up with the feet. And I could have it wrong, but this is kind of like where it locks in pretty well. And boom, my Godzilla is flush to the ground. So not like completely, my this foot's still a little like on the more iffy side, but this is where it pretty much clicks in because the tail segments perfectly line up with it. So yeah, that's kind of more of a fault of Bandai's rather than mine. So again, your mileage may vary, but this is kind of what it's supposed to look like. And for some size comparisons, here he is next to his predecessor, Shin Godzilla, which we have the Bandai MMS Godzilla 2016 and the Playmates Toho series Godzilla 2016 from Shin Godzilla. And as you can kind of see, having like another Bandai Japan figure, obviously like I own quite a few now, but it's amazing to see, like, even though they're like completely different lines, I was in fact intending to get the MMS -1 Godzilla, but instead I got this. Again, I'm not being ungrateful. I'm totally fine with it. And here he is with another Playmates figure, the Godzilla Evolved from Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. And as you can see, they actually go really well color-wise because they have the translucent plastic and they have like the sprayed on paint for the tails and of course the extra fins. However, obviously quality wise, he's like significantly better than him, which kind of makes sense because he's I think like $30, 25, 30. He's about 10, so it makes sense. And here he is with my two other recent purchases just a bit before this one, the Godzilla Kong New Empire Playmates Toys Giant Series with Kong and Godzilla Evolved. And for the last size comparison, just because I brought these guys up during my review, here he is with some the other Godzilla 2021 figures with Godzilla vs. Kong as H Mod starts and the Playmates Godzilla T-Ray. And you can kind of see what I was talking about with how like it kind of is similar to that of the Playmates, where it's like translucent plastic and then the painted tails. And then putting this guy back, like the similarity as far as like the face paint with like the eyes being such. Of course, one has just a much bigger face in general. Overall, I definitely think that for my first -1 figure, this is really good. And even though it's not like my personal cup of tea, nor am I planning to collect the entire the Monster Roar attack line, I think that this is still really great. And honestly, for anyone who liked -1 as a movie, this is definitely a purchase that you want to make. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we're doing another episode of the Box Showcase. Today we're taking a look at the Bandai Banpresto's Monster Roar Attack line, Godzilla -1. Specifically, the Spitfire version. So essentially, it's going to be this figure, and it's going to be the Spitfire edition with the blue spikes and the blue eyes and the blue fins, which I've already taken a look at the figure. If you want to take a look at that, go watch my review on it. So for starters, we're going to take a look at the front of the box, which we actually have a lot of cool stuff going on here, and it's obviously, you know, all in Japanese, and it really makes me feel like I actually bought this from Japan, which technically speaking I did. It was an import, but my comic book shop had, so it's from Japan, whatever. So we had obviously a render of the figure itself, obviously Godzilla, same line of course. But we have the G-1 logo, Bandai Namco, Banpresto, Bandai, which I think is Bandai Spirits' logo because it's in blue. And then we have a bit of like more kind of like Godzilla Minus One. Not sure what that says. That's you can just kind of pop that into Google Translate if you want. And then I'm also assuming that also says Monsters Roar Attack. On this side we have kind of like more or less a simplified version of the same thing. Render the figure just at a different angle. Monsters Roar Attack G-1. Actual size, color, and style and decoration may vary. Let's go to this side. This one displays like all the different versions that exist. So we have like continue like, oh, I forgot to talk about the background. It's kind of like a blue and to black kind of crazy paint style. If you've seen like what am I thinking of? I don't know what, I forget what it is. It's a game where you like paint stuff, and it kind of looks like the background. I don't know. But we have like that similar style background going with it, but we have the version that I have, so it's version A. Kind of weird that they wouldn't make standard version A, but it's the standard version's C, and this one is the minus color. How I can tell it's the minus color is that look at the color of the mouth. So very interesting how they put it on the side of the box rather than the back of the box. But for the back of the box, we do have some more like stuff here, which Monster Roar Attack G-1. Renders of the figure. Please check the warning at the bottom. Actual size and color decoration may vary. And on the back of the box, we have a bunch of Japanese stuff, which it does have a bit of like a warning for like chemical, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer. And warning, choking hazard, small parts. I read online that for anyone that was concerned about that, like I was, apparently the figures that Bandai uses, it's like in super small, non-lethal, toxic amounts. So as long as you're not being an idiot, or you're just, so as long as there's just the right amount, you should be fine. So with that being said, over at top of the box, which is version A, Godzilla Minus One, 70th anniversary for the Japanese logo. Then we have like a render of Godzilla more front-facing, barcode, and Godzilla logo itself. I find it interesting how they put this on a Japanese product, because I think this is only for the American, which maybe this was how it was when they brought it over to America. Maybe. But with that being said, that's entirely the box. It's entirely closed off, so you are good to go. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.